Passages Northwest is a nonprofit organization that sponsors girls to go on trips into the outdoors.
Whether it's rock climbing or backpacking or both.
You bring your own food supplies and your own water. You use nature as your bathroom.
It's also just getting to know people and yourself and have a good time.
Passages Northwest is an opportunity for girls to develop courage and leadership through the integrated exploration of the arts and the natural environment.
On a Passages Northwest trip, you have to leave behind internet, phones, hair dryers, shampoo, and it's basically to help girls focus on the stuff that really matters and not the material world, like makeup and all that kind of stuff.
Everyone is encouraged to express themselves, and mistakes are celebrated and relationships are valued.
For a lot of girls, it's a really liberating process because there's not any expectations on the trip to look a certain way. You all look really grungy and you're all really crusty and you've all been sweating.
When I first came in, I was really uncomfortable, because I didn't know anyone, and I had been on different camping trips, not with Passages, and I brought a friend or something, and this was the one time I was away from all my friends and all my family. But then when I started to get to know people and we started playing games to name games and things, I realized that everyone was really cool and that I would be able to stay friends with everyone, and it just made it more fun.
The most uncomfortable part for me was the beginning, just because I didn't know what these girls were like, or if I was worried about fitting in, or if the experience would really be fun. But it was so worth it, and it was so fun. So all those worries dropped away for me really immediately, and it seemed like for everyone else they did too.
We take a lot of time to build the relationship in the group so that the girls are comfortable with each other and have a true sense of who they're with, and that seems to disseminate a lot of the nervous energy and the fear when they realize that it's mostly about making friends, and it's mostly about building a community where you can be yourself, and that's the most important thing, and that rock climbing and backpacking and all those other things are just what we're going to do with our time.
The weirdest things was probably not taking showers, because, well, for most people that'd be really weird not to take a shower for 1 to 2 weeks. But then actually I kind of realized that showers are overrated to take every day, because it was okay and it was fine because we were all not taking showers, so it was kind of funny.
Some of the weirdest parts for me, but also the most fun, was not taking a shower for 9 days. Crusty, smelly, but it was great. In the middle of the trip, we braided each other's hair so we wouldn't have to deal with dreadlocks and just really ickiness coming down our faces, and I won't go into more detail. But so we braided each other's hair, so at the end, we all had this amazingly glossy hair that was just it was beautiful. And it made taking a shower at the end all that more enjoyable. The shower at the end was incredible. It was the best shower I've ever taken.
My favorite memory at Passages would probably be when we get dressed up in crazy clothes that you would never wear anywhere. And we went to the beach at Deception Pass, and I guess everyone probably thought we were weird, but it was really fun.
A memory from Passages that really sticks out to me that is just extra special, it was our first day of kayaking. So just by chance, we ended up going out into this galing windstorm, and it was raining and it was freezing, and our wet skirts were all this water was coming over our kayaks and stuff. And so the instructors told us to raft up, and they asked us if we wanted to turn back. And we were like, we're not wimps, we have major girl power, man. And so we were like, woo! And we busted out in this Disney Screamo chorus and kept paddling on through the sweat and the rain.
We talk about how we use challenging experiences like putting on a big heavy backpack and walking for 2 miles or climbing up a rock wall. We use these things to push ourselves out of what's comfortable and know that we can get through something hard. So we teach ourselves how courageous we are and how strong we are by having these experiences.
I feel like I gained a better understanding of people, like different people from different backgrounds and different ways of life that I hadn't really known before.
I think on the trip I was really able to really open up and let go of so much self-consciousness, which was something that I had a lot of trouble with at the time.
And I became a happier person because I guess I liked myself more and didn't really care so much about what other people thought.
So coming back from that, I was able to apply the same type of freedom that I had felt on the trip into the rest of my life. And my parents noticed that when I got back too, that I was just so much more comfortable with myself.
One of my favorite moments is at Girls Rock in the climbing gym. We had one girl who was very physically challenged by rock climbing, and every week she would come in and she would make a couple of moves off of the ground and try a couple of moves, and then she would get very discouraged. And so progressively over the 10 weeks, she got really comfortable with going up 2 or 3 climbs and then going up 3 or 4 moves, and then sitting on the rope and coming back down. And the very last week, she realized it was her last chance to push herself. And so she decided the last week that she was going to keep pushing herself, and she stayed on the wall for a whole 2 hours until she made it to the top of the climb. And for her, that was one of the biggest successes that she's had. And she was so proud of herself that there were tears in her eyes when she came down, and at our graduation, her father came and she made him watch her climb all the way to the top of that climb again.
If I could do the trip over, I probably wouldn't change anything.
I definitely thought it was really fun.
I had so much fun.
It was definitely worth it.